G'day punters, welcome to the first episode of the Snakepit Punters podcast. My name's Hugh, this is Will.
I'm Will.
And look, this is just the first episode. We're really just going to see how this goes. Hopefully find a few winners for you. And if we don't, just let us know.
Yeah, and stand by us because it's a long sprint.
Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So. We might go 0 from 10 tomorrow, but we could go 3 from 10 next week. And those are the games that, you need them.
Yeah,
so
exactly right.
Get us started tomorrow. Big day.
Massive day. One of the best in the calendar.
Yeah, Caulfield Cup and Everest. We'll be trackside at Caulfield. If any listeners or watchers are going, come find us.
Come say hello.
So, I'll pick your brain and starters. What are you thinking in the Caulfield Cup, mate?
Well, I mean, we've seen Caulfield, even as recently as last week, very leaders bias. So I think first thing for me is we can find a good leader.
Yeah.
I think we're off to a good start, and then we can build from there.
Yeah. Obviously, Rail in the true position on Saturday, back in from out at 12 on Wednesday for the Kunji Cup.
Yeah.
So we saw a few more running on there.
Yeah.
And then it was out 3 metres last week in the Guineas. So I think in the shoot races, you can sort of be anywhere. Like we saw a run on last week with your point barriers and your giga kicks. But around the circle, I think you're going to want to be forward and midfield, probably in that first 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You don't want to be getting too far back because I think with the weather, I think we're going to be looking at a good 3. Tomorrow.
Should be a lovely day.
Should be there. I'll start with the map. Look, I think Banker's Choice probably goes out and leads. Does come across from that wide barrier.
Yeah.
But I think it will lead. And I think it kind of does leave Adelaide River to get that 1 out, 1 back. Probably does get the run of the race.
Yeah.
Now that being said, I think the horse on its inside will be the favourite in half yours, which we'll get to in a second. But I think that we saw it last year with the Duke.
Yeah.
He just sat in that 1 out, 1 back, hit the turn in front. No one was making up ground. What are your thoughts?
Well, that's one that I wanted to bring up actually, because the Duke wasn't well backed.
No.
Wasn't well backed. Had Buckaroo in there, which people were, favourite for every group.
Myself included.
And it just seemed like, before the race had jumped, Buckaroo had won. That's what people were thinking. And it wasn't the case. The Duke had the gun run, got through and just couldn't be caught. So I think you're spot on there. You want that one out, 1 back sort of position. And I think the favourite is one that'll be tough to beat today.
Yeah, I agree. I've got it. It ticks every box for me.
Yeah.
I mean, perfect lead-up trial for this Caulfield Cup was in the Turnbull. Rattled home some real handy sectionals. Came home with a faster 200, last 200 than Sir Delius, the winner. And we all know what he's going to be up to in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah.
And I think that Turnbull, that field is a lot better than what we're seeing tomorrow.
Yeah.
A lot better field, but he's handy in the weights. He's dropped down to 52.5, which I think's pretty crazy. Has Jamie Mellum on board, who hasn't been seeing him too well as of late, but I did really like her ride 2 back on the naturalism on him. I think if she replicates that, has him in that gun run maybe on the outside of Adelaide River, like the way he sprinted clear in that naturalism was something else. I think he is the one to beat. But it's just one of those ones where I feel it's almost a little bit too perfect.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Like you're ticking every box.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's almost too perfect.
Yeah, it does seem like one that's almost too easy.
Yeah.
Too easy for the punter, too easy for the stable.
Yeah.
And racing's not a game where it is too easy all the time. There's a lot of adversity in it. So what else are you thinking in that race?
Well,
what are your thoughts?
I've got 2 good ones.
Yeah.
I think Deacon will have a real nice positive ride.
Yeah.
And it has $3.10 for top 4 on Sportsbet. I think it puts himself up close to that speed. And we saw what it did last prep. Had some really, really nice wins. Another one, Middle Earth.
Yeah.
If that jumps well, $2.10 top 5. I think is a really, really nice bet. And I think the one to watch is the Japanese one, Golden Snap.
Yep.
Now, I don't think it'll be in the finish.
No.
But I'm interested to see what they do with it because obviously his target is the Melbourne Cup. We saw last year warp speed in the Caulfield Cup, just going through its gears, getting used to the Australian tracks.
Yeah.
And then we saw its run in the Melbourne Cup, which I still think it should have won. Yeah.
No personal.
No personal.
Of course.
Definitely didn't bet on it.
No.
But I think that's the one to watch. You're not going to see it, we might, but I don't think you're going to see it rattling home. I don't think you're going to see it challenging the finish. I think it'll run a nice time, and it might be a good little tune-up if you want to have a bet in the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah. And are you thinking even as soon as tomorrow after that race you could be on futures betting, or are you going to wait for the weekend of the Melbourne Cup? Sorry, the Tuesday of the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Look, it does depend on how it runs.
Yeah.
Obviously, if it has an absolute shitter, I'm probably not gonna jump on the futures.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm seeing it run probably top 8, because you want to be running top 8 in this is a good form guide for the Melbourne Cup. I think if it runs in the top 8, gets a bit of fitness, gets familiar with the track, maybe I might have a futures bet.
Yeah.
I'll have to wait and see.
And Middle Earth, I just want to pick your brains on that one a bit more.
Yeah.
We've had Mark Zara come out with a big rap for it.
Yeah.
Says if it jumps well, it'll be up there.
Yeah.
Currently the racing.com mover.
Oh really? Yeah, right.
Yeah, it
right.
is. So just what do you think behind that? Is that purely based off Mark's words, or have you seen something in its past runs that you like?
Yeah, well, I mean, like every time a jockey gets on the radio or the TV and gives a horse a rap, it's gonna come in a little bit.
Yeah.
Probably the fact that they said it on racing.com as well, I believe. Does sort of play into that as well. I mean, it's been a big drifter on Sportsbet. Opened at $9 out to 12. So I think you're getting round about a good price on it now. I think it will jump single figures, but I don't think it's going to be too short. I don't see it getting below sort of 850.
No.
I think it has had trouble jumping recently. It's been slow out. Can't afford to be slow out on Saturday because it will just get caught, left behind. I think its first up run, last prep at Flemington was just unreal stuff. So, if it can replicate that, then I don't see a race where it's not in the finish.
Yeah.
But once again, doesn't jump, hard to win.
Yeah, I'll move there. Just one more in this market.
Yeah.
Winner last start. Now I'm not in my numbers at all.
Yeah.
But I think you know where we're going here. Valiant King.
Oh, fuck off.
Just some words on Valiant King.
No. Like, I think 2 weeks back, watching that thing win, I don't know. I mean, it's aimed at the Melbourne Cup. I mean, like, could show a sight here. Like, it wouldn't surprise me to the finish, but I don't see it. Like, it hasn't put up any numbers close to what the favourite's putting up. And the favourite's got a gun draw. I mean, Valiant King's at about 16.
Yeah.
So, it needs to cross or it'll just go back. And I think if it goes back, it loses. And I think if it crosses, it loses as well.
Yeah.
So I just think, like, it's probably got the fitness and the talent to win it, but I just think the map sort of hurts it a little bit. You weren't going to play in it, were you?
No. I was just for the quaddies out there. We saw it destroy pretty much everyone that was going around at Flemington 2 weeks ago, and
Yeah, look, I think quaddie wise, you can go pretty short in this race. Like, I think you can get away with going one out.
Really,
I reckon.
just straight half fields.
Yeah.
Wow. is bold. No love for Boban.
Pattern against it, I'm going to say. I think barrier 13, it won't go all the way back, but I think it will just sit sort of just behind midfield. Might get into a bit of traffic, and then like it wants to have that swooping run down the outside. I just don't think he's going to get it at Caulfield, because like 30 degrees yesterday, 20 degrees today, 20 degrees tomorrow. Unless they fucking leave the sprinklers on for 40 hours, it's going to be a good 3 by race 9.
Yeah.
I think the fence will be where you want to be. For any reason, if that track pattern shifts and you want to be on the outside running on, I think is a good bet.
Yeah.
I also think in that case, Land Legend is a good bet, but I don't see that happening.
No. All right. Any thoughts on we going anywhere else in Caulfield?
Yeah. My best of the day comes up in the first with Bakash. Mark Zara on board. Gate 4. I think it jumps, leads, wins, if I'm being honest. It's putting up times a lot better than the rest in this race. I don't see many things touching it. So I'm happy to be with him.
Yeah.
As my best of the day in race 2. Won't touch on that, but I think one's already won. So what about you?
I like Bakash. You did tell me before we started filming this show, best bet of the spring. Now that might have been a bit of an over exaggeration, but
I'm standing by it. I'm standing by with
Good.
Bakash as the best bet of the spring, and you can take that to the bank.
Take that.
Bakash, race 1, Caulfield, best bet of the spring.
Bang. Let me just have a look here. Let me look through some of the numbers. I think race 6, Arabian Summer.
Yeah.
I think very promising there.
Yeah.
Could definitely get through with a bit of a cheeky win there. I think it's been, it's short but not too short, and I think that's very much a result of its last start. Very much got held up, but I think it can do a lot better than that this start.
See, I think we're going to have to lock arms there, because I'm not with you there. I think the best horse in the race is the toppy, Ray Magnerio. If it was over 1,100, I'd take it. 1,000 on this track, probably going to stay away. Nadal won't run. Nadal will be scratched by tomorrow. I think the race does set up for the favourite zealously really well. I think it's another case of jump, lead, win. But if you want to play into a bigger one at a price, I like the 4 Scrooper. Now, I've heard a lot from the Oxlade camp here. He's in great form, and you got the King of Caulfield, Nash on it. Back Nash, get the cash. I think it leads, and although it is out the chute, I think that it leads probably untouched. I feel if they use it as a tune-up, then throw it out the window. But I think it's pretty primed for this. I think it'll be a 2-horse race with that and the favourite. Happy to play into that at each way odds of 950, 240. Maybe a 2-1 sort of play 2 on the place.
Yeah.
But I think best in the race is the favourite. So happy to lock on
this
there.
This is good, because this is start of a new segment that we're bringing onto the show here.
Yeah.
When we have numbers up against each other, we'll keep a little tally up.
We're keeping tallies on the whiteboard.
We'll have who wins, that sort of thing. So keep up for that next episode.
I was going to say, I want to take you to race 7, the 1,000.
Oh, just before that, just a word on Ray Mac.
Yeah.
You and me, lovers of the horse.
Yeah,
absolute lovers of the horse.
Sweet spot for it.
Yeah, I think 1,000 meters just a bit short, and first run in a while.
Yeah, no, I won't be with him.
Yeah.
I love him to bits, but I won't be with him.
But just before anyone in the comments gets on us,
oh yeah, good horse. Just don't fucking. Anyway, race 7, 1,000 guineas. Talk me through apocalyptic here, because you get there for $5 on tab.
Yes, I mean,
if you get down your local,
$2 on Sportsbet. Very short. Yeah. Not numbers I like to play in myself.
Well, it was in the red yesterday. Got to $1.90 yesterday.
Just opened at $1.95, I believe.
Yeah.
Obviously, let's not take the piss. Great horse. Building a bit of a picket fence since its maiden breakup.
Yeah.
And look, there's not a whole lot I can say against it. What race are we?
I've got something race 7.
I have a couple things here as well.
I've got something crazy.
Get a good feeling.
Yeah.
Big fan of with its win last start in Flemington.
Yeah.
Just got over the top of Just a Journey.
Yeah.
Tough race for us to do that one,
Yeah.
but you know I've watched it back and Get a Good Feeling was boxed, couldn't get out, didn't even really get out until about 200.
Yeah.
And still flew home and got the win. So I'm happy. If I'm not going to take the $2, which I don't think I will, then I'm happy to go Get a Good Feeling at a bit of a higher price.
See, I've gone 6 Salty Pearl.
Really?
23 to 1. Nice little roughie on the card here. You're getting $4.40 to place, which I think is way overs. It has run some really, really nice times. And I think with all the money that's getting poured into Apocalyptic, like I reckon Apocalyptic will start in the red.
Yeah.
I do. I think Benny Allen gives this one a really good steer. Like, I know it's tough going against the $2 top, but I just think it gets a really nice run. Like it runs some really, really nice times. Kieran's wrapped with it from what I'm hearing. Bunch finished last start, 0.2 links behind Ole Dancer, who's $5.50.
Yeah.
And it ran home better times than it. Didn't get there on the line, and Faria Via, which is out at 17s, probably fair enough. Sort of fell in that race. Don't really rate it too highly, but I think it's sort of the forgotten horse in that race. So I think you're getting way overs at 23 to 1.
Yeah.
I'd almost say probably best roughie on the card at Caulfield.
Really?
Bit
of the forgotten horse.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that price when they put that up. I was pretty wrapped with it actually.
Really?
And then the only other, I've got another good one in the 10th.
Yep.
I think a bounding just wins this.
Really?
I think, yeah. Unlucky last start at the Valley. Mm-hmm. Unlucky at Flemington. Unlucky at Caulfield. Unlucky at Eagle Farm. Like, story of its life.
Now, to play a bit of devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Could it just be one of those horses that gets unlucky?
Yeah, well...
Could it be the perennial second, third, fourth place horse?
Well, that is the thing. It's... I just don't think it's the case because you've got those horses that just don't know how to win.
Yeah.
He knows how to win.
Yeah.
You know, he's won a few good races. I think today just sets up for him. Like, it's just unlucky after hard beat loss after hard beat loss. I think tomorrow will be, I reckon he could win it by 3 lengths.
Wow.
Like Blake Shin, I think will give it an absolute pearler of a ride. I think, yeah, I just think tomorrow will be its day, and I'm happy to play in at 320. Very happy to play at 320. I think you probably could wait until tomorrow just to see what sort of price you're getting.
Yeah.
Because I think your money might come in for your Miraval Roses and your splashbacks.
Yeah.
Even Lady Jones will put itself up on the speed and could show a sight. But I just think if you're getting anything above $3 on a bounding, I think you should take it.
Yeah. Yeah. Miraval Rose, I think, is a danger in that.
Yeah.
For a bounding. And one, look, I don't know if you want to come with me here, but 10 races of the day, 9 races of the day will have passed. You'd hope we could see a bit of a track pattern forming.
Yeah.
Sassy Boom.
Yeah.
At maybe even just a place at 375.
Yeah.
Early speed, if we see him going and holding on from up front, could be something I'd look to take at the place. Maybe not so much the win.
Yeah.
And if I was going the win, would definitely be an each way bet with maybe even more on the place than the win.
Yeah, the 1-2 bet sort of thing with Andrea Azzini on board.
Yes, the Italian.
The butcher.
The stallion. The Italian stallion. But that's just one from me. Look, take that one at your own risk.
Yeah. And for me, that sort of wraps up the Caulfield set. If you
Yeah.
had anything else you wanted to chuck in there.
I mean, race 3, I think Just a Journey probably gets the win at maybe could have had last start, but at 2:45 it's nothing special.
Yeah.
And I reckon that's about it for me at Caulfield as well.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Sydney now. Rightio, welcome back. Moving on to the Sydney set. Going up north, big day. Tab Everest day. Probably as big as they get up there.
Probably the biggest
Yeah.
in Sydney racing.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm hoping the track up there plays a lot fairer than I think it will down here. I think we're looking at a track where hopefully there's no bias towards being too far forward or too far back. I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty fairly run circuit. That being said, I think the way that it's gone in the past, as the meet goes on, you want to just be getting into lanes 2 or 3, a little bit off the fence. That's not saying you can't lead the whole way along the fence if you get the right tempo, but I do think that you're gonna, in those last sort of the quaddie races, you're gonna want to be getting a little bit off the fence, maybe even running on a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think the best thing about the late quaddie is you get 6 races tomorrow to work out the track bias.
Yeah.
You don't quite get it race 1 or 2. By the time the quaddie's up, you really want to be making sure that you've understood where the winners have come from, where they're gonna be coming from.
Yeah.
And also I think it's important to, if you see an outlier, just take note of it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the time when you're looking at a quaddie, you can be like, 4 of them ran on, 1 stayed on, so they can do anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's best to maybe ignore the one that stayed on and take it as more of an outlier than it being the thing. I don't know, that's just my thoughts on that one.
Yeah.
But should be a great day of racing. As we said before, we'll be at Caulfield. Probably big screen, I reckon. We'll be watching on the big screen. Come find us if you want.
Yeah.
We'll probably have a couple more that we might not have said on the
we've got some
sets today.
exclusive tips for fans that we'll be giving out trackside. Start us off in the big one, race 7, Tab Everest. Look, there's a clear favourite in this race.
Yeah.
Like, we all
for
know
a
it.
reason.
Everyone knows it. Everyone's seen it for the past couple months. The noise around this thing is just, there's not much like it. Like you're not really seeing an international horse getting this much sort of attention coming here. You haven't seen it in a long while. And I think it's good. Because I think it if it runs its best race, it'll put our sprinters to shame, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think that trial the other day, a lot of people saying warning signs. I don't care. Like, I still think it's the best horse in the race. I'm saying it wasn't touched in that trial. I'm saying times wise, if it brings its best, it'll shoot this race to pieces. Now that's not accounting for. Could have a bad day. Could have an off day. Could get stuck in transmission. Who knows? What are your thoughts?
Yeah. You hear the name Kaying Rising, and you get excited.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, that's good for racing. I think if you look at numbers, it's been racing sort of not been the fancy thing, the thing that all the kids want to do necessarily. But a horse like this comes over from Hong Kong, and if it can do well, it'll just be that launch pad for other international horses to come over. We've had lots of Melbourne Cup runners in recent times, Stars Favourites, Vauban, Absurd, and they just couldn't quite do it. They've come from Europe, ground's a bit harder, a bit warmer down here. But this is a horse trained by an Australian, ridden by an Australian, but in Hong Kong. So I think they know what they're doing.
New Zealand too. Yeah.
Which you're a big fan of New Zealand horses. But they know what they're doing. They're not coming here knowing it's good in Hong Kong and thinking, we'll just give it a little run around in Australia.
They're not bringing it over here for fun.
They've come here to win, and they know that if they don't win, it's a disappointing trip because it is, based off everything we've seen, the best sprinter in the world.
Yeah, I want to talk you through the rest of the race.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the late inclusion of Marzu.
Yeah.
Not because I think it's any chance to win, but I think what Joe Pride does and what he tells Jason is go out there, make Kaying uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Make him uncomfortable. Like, obviously, you're getting up to 200 to 1 on it. It's not going to win. It's not in the market. All right? I think it will. We know it'll lead. It'll jump. It'll put on a real quick tempo. Sort of one where Kane could go, what the fuck is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
And it might get a little bit G'd up and start to, pull and go with him. And I think Marzu will lead. I think Overpass will cross over from barrier 9. I think that will sit on Marzu's back or one behind it. But I think the danger is, because obviously Kane's got that gate speed, Overpass and Marzu just start gunning it. He's got the early speed to be able to not sit one out, one back, but just sit one out by itself. And I think that's dangerous because if you're giving it that run, it's only got to beat 2 home in front of it that'll be gassed by the 300.
Yeah.
So I think if I'm another jockey in that race, I'm not letting Zach get that one back by himself. You've got to have someone, and that's why I think if Briasa finds the back of Kane Rising, I think it'll be a lot closer finish than the market's making it out to be. Last 5 starts, Kane rattles off 32 second last 600s for fun. Last 5 starts, there's 2 horses in this field that have rattled off 32. Briasa and Jimmy Star. Briasa's paying 15 to 1, which I think is an absolute disgrace.
Really?
If I'm being honest. I think it should be in single figures. I don't think it should be close to Kaying. I think it should be probably $7. So I think 15 is a really nice price for it. I think a lot of these lack the class. Like Jetta Bill, what are you doing there? Like, then just chuck that in, just so I just can get there on Everest Day. I reckon like that is a pisser.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Well, I've got a question for you there. If you're saying Briasa around $7,
Yeah.
that puts it second line of betting with Jolly Star.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that matchup? Which one do you think? Because by the sounds of it, you don't think that Kaying walks it home. Obviously, great chance, but you're not saying that nothing else can win.
Oh, I'm not saying nothing else can win. I'm saying I do think Kane Rising will win.
Yeah.
Like my tip in the race will be Kane Rising. But I just don't think it's going to be as much of a piss take as people are saying, because you got to remember it hasn't had a run here, so it does have there's nothing to go off. You're going off its Hong Kong form lines, which are good, but you're getting fast tracks, bone dry. You're getting probably getting to maybe a 5 at Randy, but even the 4 will be way softer than what he's used to. So it's not an absolute guarantee, because he could get out there and be like, hang on, like I'm not used to this, sort of fire up a little bit, and that's where the rougher ones come into play.
Yeah.
So you're kind of banking on Kaying to not handle the Australian conditions if you want the others to get into the race. But I feel like if he runs his best and gets the run he's probably going to get, I don't see it losing.
Yeah.
But I think if you are going to go for your exotic plays, I think you chuck in your Briasas, your Jimmy Stars, your Jolie Stars. Even Tempted, I think, could run a nice race, a 3-year-old.
Yeah. I'd just like to touch on Jolly Star.
Yeah.
For me, that would be my second best behind Kaying.
Yeah.
And probably the one that at $1.80, it's hard to want to put a bet on that.
Yeah.
I still think I might.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a degenerate.
Yeah.
And I probably won't even put a bet on Jolly Star, but I can see it winning, and it's coming off a win.
Yeah.
J-Mac on board. We know what J-Mac can do.
He's also taxing your price a little bit.
Yeah,
though.
he is. But we know what he can do on a good day.
Grand final performer.
Yeah.
The J.
And I mean, apart from that, I don't mind Lady Shenandoah.
Yeah.
I don't think it wins.
Yeah.
But it's one of those races where this could be as entertaining for the person that watches and doesn't bet as it is for the person that watches and bets. It's just it's a spectacle.
It's good for racing.
It's a spectacle.
I agree. It's good for racing.
Yeah.
That's all for me in that race. One other thing, I think War Machine way too short at $9.
Yeah.
There's times it's like, yes, it's winning. You can't knock a horse that wins, but the times and the companies, the time and the company it's been winning in, shouldn't have him at a lower price than your Briasses and your Jimmy Stars. I think they might have got that one wrong.
Yeah.
So happy to sort of go against that one. Apart from that, happy to go through the card now.
Yeah. As well. Happy to move on.
So in the first, you got one in the first?
In the first, let me have a look.
Because I do.
Numbers here. You do.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the 8.
Really?
Miles of Glory. Put up a really, really nice number at Kembla Grange last start, which is a little bit of a weird form line. You're not taking too many from Kembla because it's a bit of a hay going track. Like you see horses put up some big numbers at Kembla and then come over to your Randwick City Rose Hills and just can't replicate it. It's an interesting track, but I think out of barrier 5, Karen on board, I think it'll get the right run. I think it's got most of these covered, so I'm happy to have a bet there at 390. I think it will come in. So this is one of those ones you might want to snap up now if you're listening, because I reckon it'll jump closer to sort of 340 mark. But yeah, I think it's got this field shot to pieces. I don't see much in the challenge in this, if I'm being honest.
I mean, personally, I was more looking at the 5 there, Samarel.
Yeah.
Zach Lloyd on board, big fan of Lloyd's work. Carrying a bit more than Miles of Glory, obviously the 1.5 kilos, which you could show with only its 3rd run. So you can't go into it overly confident because you just don't know what it'll do. But I guess that's what happens with their sort of young races. Blinkers on first time.
Yeah.
So again, we'll just have to see how it does with that.
We love that gear change.
We love that gear change, but who knows how it'll react with the horse. 7 weeks fresh. It's one that I think could on its day get over the top of something like a Miles of Glory, but I'm not overly confident about it. It's not one of my best.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, 3-year-old race, you're never going to have a perfect horse in a 3-year-old race. I mean, there's always that aspect of it's probably going to do something wrong.
Yeah.
That's why it is hard to bet. I think that's also why you're getting the bigger price around it, because you see a lot of times 3-year-olds, like, they've just got so much to learn.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna, if you find a perfect 3-year-old, you'll clean up, because they don't really exist.
Yeah. And there's almost a race to look at like take away the betting side of it for tomorrow, look at it and try and take something from it.
Yeah.
If something hits the line well, has a good
100%.
run.
It's Black Booker's race. Well, if it runs up to its numbers, it'll be a good one going forward. What else you got for me at Randwick?
Randwick. Let me have a look through here. Have you got it? Oh, big fan of race 3, the number 5 Swift Falcon.
Yeah.
I think that can definitely have an impact on the race. That it should. It is the favourite again, which we don't like to just give you favourites around here, but
I've got
when they're good, they're good. I'm also Magneteer. I could see winning in that race as well.
Yeah, I mean, I probably won't be putting out a bet in this race.
No.
Just because, obviously Swift Falcon has some incredible form lines behind it, with obviously that Autumn Glow form, and then Fully Lit as well, who has run a few good races. So I won't really be having too much for play into this one, but happy to back you in there with Swift Falcon. Like, I feel like he's the best horse of the race.
Yeah.
But I'll take it at race 5. All the viewers out there, you're probably wondering why I've put this yellow hat on. And that's
Oh,
because,
I was as well. I
Yeah.
just put my hand up there.
and this is my best bet on the Sydney card. Race 5, number 11, Clear Thinking. This thing just wins. In the Kosciuszko, this thing just wins. It's getting in with 53.5 kilos. Its last 2 trials have just been absolutely phenomenal. It has taken the absolute piss. It is fit. It is healthy. They've targeted this race for about 5 or 6 months. This is their grand final, and the thing I really like is they're doing it first up.
Yeah.
I really like that they're doing it first up because they planned this 5 or 6 months ago. I heard it on a podcast. You watch its first, I think it won its first 4 races in a row. And I think that third one, it was absolutely gone, shot to pieces, found that second gear and absolutely stormed over the top of them. I think at $4.60, this is a very, very generous price, and I think it definitely will come in and jump probably in the $3.80 range. So I'll be getting on this. The fact they opened it at $6 as well is just beyond me. But yeah, I think race 5, number 11, Clear Thinking.
Yeah,
I
even
think
what we're
it's the
getting now,
choice.
$4.60 for a favourite that, as you said, wins.
Oh yeah,
Great punt.
I mean
Great
second line of betting the King of Cora front page is in this race every year. But he's a 9-year-old now. I just think he doesn't really have the zip in the legs that Clear Thinking's got. So yeah, happy to be with Clear Thinking there in the 5th.
Yeah.
And then if you go to
Where do you want to
6th,
go next? The 6th.
I've got an absolute monster. In the
Really?
6th.
Let me have it.
I have got a genuine monster.
Yeah. Hit me.
Now, Generosity, the favourite, I will say I think is the best horse in the race.
Yeah.
Obviously last start, third behind Jolly Star and Briasa, 2 that are going round. Second and fourth line of betting in the Everest. I think that's a really, really nice form line. But if you're playing times and you're playing sectionals, I want to take you to number 16. She's an A-lister.
Yeah. Good.
You're getting 40 to 1 here. You're getting 40 to 1. And for those that don't know, Bjorn Baker every Friday has an Instagram and Facebook Live where he goes through all his runners for the weekend. And he has given She's an A-lister an absolute rap. I mean, I'm going to quote him. I think he said, should not be going around at that price. Obviously, you've got Iona Merck, the top weight, who he trains as well, and he's favouring She's an A-lister over that.
Which is at 41.
Yeah, 41 to 1. Now, you're getting $8.20 to place. I'm absolutely snapping this up. This cool, like, by all means, Generosity could take the piss, could shit in. I think you'd be stupid not to have a place play on She's an A-lister.
Yeah.
I just think that $41 is way overs.
I mean, and it's even just a horse. You say that name, She's an A-lister, and people are going to know what the horse is.
Oh yeah,
It's not like it's not some underground sort of thing. That's a big name horse.
Yeah, and being said, last start went down by probably a neck to Zealously, who's going around at $2 at Caulfield.
Yeah.
So if Zealously gets there, geez, that form just gets franked, and I think that at 41 to 1, that is a nice little each way play.
Yeah. Just a horse that I'd like to bring your attention to is Sandpaper. Probably not its race tomorrow, but one for the rest of the spring perhaps. Formerly of the Godolphin stable out there with James Cummings.
Yeah.
Moved into Beyond Baker. Had some good form recently. I think watch how it goes tomorrow, and then maybe take that through.
Yeah.
To some of the later meetings in the spring.
Yeah, just quietly, Bjorn Baker, he's got 5 runners.
Yeah.
In the Sydney Stakes.
How good's he been, race?
Yeah, he's been on 5 runners. So if you've got 5 horses in a race, you can tell a bunch that they can set up a little race
They
here.
can, true.
And if like, I'm not saying he does, and I'm not saying he will, but if I was a punter and I see 5 horses in a race, you see it overseas, you back the roughest one, it comes in. You see it in the trots too. You see a trainer, he's got one going around $1.20, he's got one going around at $80. The $80 one gets home. I'm not saying that's the case here because I'm backing She's A-listed with merit. It's not just a blind back because he's got 5 in the race. I think that could be a little something that you could play into. Go to the other group one, the King Charles III. Interesting race. Talk me through it.
Look, I'm big into feeling in racing, and there's one horse in here that has gave me quite the feeling.
Yeah.
I won't say I was on it, but
what
just
kind of feeling we talking?
just the ride it was on, just the ride it had.
Yeah.
Luckily, back in the day of, I think they're still doing it. Even Sportsbet come second, paid out as a winner.
Oh yeah.
Was on Lazat that day. If people know where I'm going here. William Haggis trained Lake Forest.
Yeah.
What a horse that thing is. Can't remember who the jockey was, but he was an import when it won in Sydney. What was that, in the Golden Eagle?
It was Kieran Fallon.
There it is. Kieran Fallon in the Golden Eagle. Got Zach Purton on board, who I'm tipping to have a massive day.
Oh yeah.
And I think there's worse places to put your money than Lake Forest. You know, you look at Fangirl, Pride of Jenny, Mr. Brightside, massive names, Cherry Wolf even, Tom Kitten, all of them big names. But you know, as I said before, sometimes it's just about feeling.
See, I agree. It's the same setup as last time. Came in, didn't have a trial in Australia, didn't have a lead up run, came on and just gave it to him. It's the same setup.
Yeah.
I did like it. Had it in my numbers. Don't have it on top.
No.
Through this race, I think Fangirl at 390 is very, very vulnerable.
Yeah.
I think you see it in races where there's a lot of speed on. It really struggles. Last year, Pride of Jenny in this race, just really messed around with it. So I'm happy to just sort of bet around her. And I'm gonna stay on the Bjorn Baker train. I'm with Pericles here.
Yeah, that was also in my numbers. That and Lake Forest were my 2 out of this one.
Pericles has been absolutely flying here. It's run some really, really nice times behind Autumn Glow and beat home Private Eye 2 starts back, who's going round again at $2.50.
Yeah.
In Caulfield tomorrow. I think $10 is way over the odds. Josh Parr on board, barrier 5. It's going to dictate its own run. Hopefully, I think they'll ride pretty close to speed. Should take luck out of the equation. And yeah, I think he is a very, very nice price at $10. Even $2.75 to place. You're getting your money back there. Interesting one is Mr. Brightside, just because you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Like, absolute workhorse. Don't know how much he would have taken out of last start of that absolute crawl around Flemington, but as I said, like, he's a champion horse. You can't write him off. Probably will find himself in the finish. Craig flying up to Sydney.
Yeah.
Notable times, Craig's flown up to Sydney on Everest Day a few years back. Horse named Gear Kid. Craig goes up, steers it over 20 to 1.
Horse named Bella Nicotina as well.
Yeah, and Bella, well.
Yeah.
So
not bad, that horse.
Yeah, Craig on up's good. And that's another thing, tempted in the Everest ties back. Craig knows how to win them.
Is it safe to say he likes this day? Is it safe to say he likes Everest?
Yeah, he knows how to win them, Craig.
Yeah.
So yeah, look, Mr. Brightside could do a number on him. Probably won't, but
No.
you know what you'll get from him. I think Charles Wolf's hasn't shown much since that last campaign, which was just electric. He just looks a little bit flat. And I don't see him running with a few in here. That being said, I think the bottom half of the field isn't too strong. Like, I feel like you want to be around where the market is. You don't want to be going any further out.
Yeah.
you're not getting many at a price above 10. Like within the law, 3-year-old jumping in with 48 kilos is pretty fucked. But like, yeah,
Probably,
I just think
probably one of those where it'd be good for the run.
it'd be good for the run. It's carrying absolutely nothing. Like that is carrying the genuine minimum 48. He is giving 11 kilos on just the right side. He's actually giving 11 kilos to almost the whole field.
Yeah.
So at 20-1, not a bad bet for a place. Could rattle home, finish third. But as I said, 3-year-old, relatively inexperienced, and going up a lot of seasoned campaigners here. I just think he might find itself a little bit. She might find herself a little bit outclassed here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me done at Randwick. If you had any more numbers you
Yeah, I
want to
mean,
push through.
just if we can take it to race 10,
Yeah.
I think there's worse bets on the card than Serrati.
Yeah.
One last start, got the apprentice on board, a little bit of a claim.
Got Braith on board.
Yeah, not a strong race by any means. So
this race.
this is just something where, what are we, 22 runners, you could almost just close your eyes and put your
This
finger
is a
on one.
benchmark 88, full of benchmark 78 horses.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to do that, Serrati, maybe even Rock Empire.
And like even
Not
if just
towards
just-
anything in particular there.
and if he's having a good day, like there's no merit to this bet. But if he's having a good day, Craig Williams on Private Legacy at 70-1. Sometimes when you see them, you see them. So I'm not giving you a tip on Private Legacy, but the way Craig, if Craig's riding well, could be worth $5.
Yeah. I'll even back you with that, but with a different jockey, Zach Lloyd.
Yeah.
On World Alliance is one of those blokes at Randwick. When he gets one, he gets 2 or 3,
Oh yeah.
even 4. Some of the runs he goes on are exceptional up there in Sydney. Not sure he'll have that sort of day on World Alliance necessarily, but worth a look depending on how he's running.
Worth a look. That sort of wraps it up here from us in the pit.
Yeah.
Um,
In the Snake Pit.
Stay tuned for next week. We'll be going over all of them probably. Hopefully we get a few winners for you. As I said before, if we don't, please feel free to just abuse us in the comments section. But yeah, hopefully start us something good. Where it's a good time of the year.
Great time of the year.
Got the Cox Plate next week, and then real kicks off in the Derby and the Stakes Day.
Yeah.
So
Well, make sure you're here next week, even if it's just for the tally up there.
yeah.
We'll have that going.
Share with your friends.
Yeah.
Let them know. We're putting the sets up on Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks guys for listening. And if there's any bookies out there that want to sponsor us, well, we're all ears.
You know where to find.
Yeah, where to find us. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.